We were all born with basic innate feelings of happiness, sadness, anger, fear, disgust, and surprise. Of the innate emotions that help us survive, only one is positive, happiness. In order to compensate for the lack of the positive emotions in life, we have learned to develop a feeling that is close to happiness, which is love. Although love is not essential to our life, it would be desolate and much emptier, and for some of us, a life without love might not make sense. Love is a natural and sociological phenomenon that occurs in humans, animals, and maybe plants. Although it has its own biochemical formula and could be defined as a result of physiological, hormonal, and biochemical processes, it cannot be made in a laboratory as it cannot exist without the object of love. There are different types of love. Abstract love for the world, for God, for society, which is one-sided and from which we do not expect anything in return. Love of oneself is a kind of self-respect. Parents' instinctive and protective love for children. The brotherly love we feel for relatives and friends. Amusing erotic love encountered in brief love affairs. Infatuation and intense emotion that can be compulsive and usually ends in disappointment, and a stable love between two people who have made a conscious decision to stay together. Unlike feelings of hate and isolation that most people don't want, love is a sense of belonging that most people want, and if we sometimes identified with the object we love, we can also become psychologically addicted. No matter how hard we try, we cannot order, demand, or take it away. Either you have to love, or you just can't. It's free, can be bought, sold, or exchanged for anything else. It can be even hidden. It is sincere, because if it weren't honest, it wouldn't be love. Love is a feeling that has its own flow. We cannot manipulate it unless we want to harm ourselves. We can choose whether we want to give ourselves entirely or partially and develop this feeling in ourselves or hold back. With this in mind, it is best to look after the children, show them respect, teach them selflessness, and thereby give them the condition for healthy psychological development in order to raise people able to love. We can also choose the object of love, that, by virtue of its properties, should be lovable and deserve to be loved. Depending on the type of love, our minds may or may not support this feeling. No matter what form, love helps people feel more comfortable and secure in everyday life by reducing stress, anxiety, nervousness, and the possibility of depression or some other form of mental illness. It has beneficial effects on immunity and overall physical health. The color of love is the color of blood, and the symbol of love is the heart, which is in the chest where exactly we assume that our soul is hiding. For art, love is an internal inspiration and inexhaustible topic that never loses its popularity. Perhaps love used to be more static, stable, and long-lasting. Perhaps the criteria for choosing the love object were lower or more realistic, or people were more patient. Perhaps the need for love and its standards have increased. But almost all of us who strive for happiness seek love in all areas of life, love our ideology, our people, our families, friends, and partners, and yet we have enough love for little beings who do nothing but give and receive love, because love is an end in itself and you don't need a reason for it.